Friday Night Live with Cat Carter. Get ready, set, let's go. It's Friday night, hey. It's Friday night. It's Friday Night Live. It's Friday night with Cat Carter. With Cat Carter. With Cat Carter. With Cat Carter. With Cat Carter.
Hey! Hi, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night Live. I am your host, Cat Carter. How are you all doing this evening? Firstly, I want to say, give a special thank you to Michael from the Knucklehead Club and Kevin, saxophonist Kevin Moore for my intro, and also Chase Huna. That's who you heard coming in. All right. Well, Friday Night Live is a positive platform where we come to inform, innovate, and inspire. Yes. And I am so excited about who I got in backstage. This guy right here, he has such a beautiful spirit. He has his hands, like on those keys, and y'all already know what my favorite instrument is. It is the piano. This man, oh my gosh. OMG. Gerry Smoot is in the house, y'all. I tell you what, y'all need to go get y'all beverage of choice and come sit back and relax because we about to have a great time. Every time Gerry comes on, you just never know what might happen on FNL when Gerry comes. I'm just telling you. So I'm going to bring him to the forefront, and I have him for the whole hour. Can you say the whole hour, Cheryl?
The whole hour.
Yes. Please welcome back to Friday Night Live, Gerry Smoot. Did I say Snoot? Smoot.
The whole hour.
They not ready.
Probably not, but you know how that works.
Gerry, oh my gosh, we have adopted Gerry into the FNL family. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to meet you in person. I feel like I already know you because I see you when you do the shows. I see you in the comments supporting the show when we have other artists on, and we really appreciate you, Gerry. OMG. Oh.
I appreciate you.
Thank you, Gerry. So if you all did not know this, Gerry is a multi-instrumentalist. Mm-hmm. Yes, he is. He can do it. He can do it all, y'all. He can do it all. So what I wanted to do is, in case we have some new people on that have never heard of you, just give us a basic, little background about yourself, how you got started playing the piano, and then whatever else you want to add.
Well, I would just say that I would like to start out by saying my family on both sides are musically inclined. So at my grandfather's house when I was little, he would have he had a piano and an organ in the room.
In the house?
In the house.
Oh.
And so while I was there I would always go to the piano, and they would try. I'm not certain if they try to keep me away from it, but just one day I just happened to mock my grandfather to that he played something, and I went and played it, and he comes running in the room to where the piano and the organ was at, and asked me to do it again.
Oh, I thought you was in trouble. Okay, so you must have did something that knocked his socks off.
You can kind of say that, and but my late grandfather actually, and he anointed my hands and prayed over me, and just ever since then everything started taking off, and my uncle would show me the ropes and everything, and everything else I kind of picked up on my own. So that's pretty much how that started.
Wow. I love that story. That's a beautiful story. Wow. So your late grandfather, he used to play the organ and the piano?
Well, his main instrument was guitar.
Good. Get out of here.
His main instrument was guitar. He just, I mean, he fiddled around with the piano. He just had it in in the house. And my uncle, like I said, he plays. So I just happened to follow in that footstep when I saw that piano there.
Wow. So when you first started, were you playing by ear?
Yes.
Or could you play, could you read the notes? Okay.
I didn't learn how to read music until probably about probably when I got in middle school. That's when I started learning. But as far as reading sheet music fluently on piano, I cannot do it. And
right now,
but I mean, as of right now, I mean, I can sit there and read it, but as far as sight reading, I would have to like sit there and go note for note until I memorize it, and then play it by ear.
oh my goodness, Gerry.
But the in music, like if it's like a drum line, I can read that all day long.
That's crazy.
It
So when I was a teenager, my parents, I went and took piano lessons. I don't know if I ever told you this. Me and I'm the oldest, and then my middle sister. I kind of stuck with it, but I never like he would give me the sheet music, but I never really. I'm the same way. Like I can listen to something, and then I can go play with it on the. I'm not as good as you, but I can go on the keyboard and I can figure it out. But I always play with my ear, so that really encouraged me because I don't know if I've played. I know it's been at least 20 years since I've even got on the keyboard. I bought another keyboard. There's one downstairs somewhere. It might be in the garage. But I said that I was going to, now that I'm calming down a little bit, I finished school and I've done some goals that I've set for myself. I think I want to pick it back up and try to get back into it again. Do you teach piano? We can do it on Zoom. You can make me a maestro.
I actually get asked that a lot, and I actually don't. I tried it once, and it just doesn't work for me. I don't know why, but I just never really taught it anyone.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there's another pianist on here, Pastor Charles Neal of True Christian Fellowship. He's out here. I wanted to make sure I gave a shout out to him because he plays the piano and the organ. He plays all of that. So definitely want to send a shout out to him. Also want to send a shout out to Rose Lady. She said she's got to do a Zoom, but she came in to say hi. So she's going to come back and watch the replay. And Lamech is on here cracking jokes.
Yeah,
and
I can see that.
Quentin Gerard is in the house. OMG.
Look, like he said when you had him on the show.
Which one, Quentin or Lamech?
Yeah, Quentin.
It's
thanks to you that you brought us together.
Don't have me start crying. We just started the interview, Gerry.
I mean, I'm just being honest,
Oh my goodness. I'm just really honored. I'm just really honored to be in this type of platform, to be able to do what I do, and that the Lord uses me the way that he does. And it's that speaks volumes for me that you were able to meet somebody else, another guest on the show, and you all are doing some amazing things. And it's just getting started. I can't wait to see what y'all getting ready to do.
Oh, we are kind of doing, we already kind of doing something, of course, tell me something is playing on the radio.
Hush.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Tell us about that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I mean,
how did you meet Quentin? How did you meet? Did Quentin call you, say, "What up, man? I saw you on there." How you know? What happened? Was Lamech cracking jokes, or what? Tell me what happened. Yeah.
Actually, it started through Facebook, and and I'm gonna be honest, because I think I even told him this. Anybody that sends me a friend request, I'm kind of leery.
Yeah, you got to be.
And so I be doing like FBI stuff, kind of looking and see who the mutuals are and everything. And I was like, okay, he's a musician, So I accepted him. Then he hit me up, and it kind of took off from there, really. it didn't take long to connect. So that's
You can feel people's spirits or vibes or whatever. And sometimes you meet people and you feel like you know them all. You just gel really good.
mhm.
It's like a really good connection. And I could see it when I think it was Quentin. He gave us some snippets of you all practicing while you were at was it at NAM? Were y'all practicing at NAM?
That was at the Catalina Jazz.
Catalina Jazz. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. And he showed snippets and it just looked like, oh my goodness, it was just a beautiful blend, a beautiful collaboration. You know what? Speaking of which, you went to NAM for the first time this year, and my tail was not there. And I'm just, oh, I missed everything. You were there. Quentin was on that big stage outside of the convention center. I can't remember the name of the stage, but it's major. I missed all of that. Costello was running all over the place interviewing. I'm just, you know what? I'm just sick. But next time, I don't know if they're going to have another one. Do they? Do you know if NAM has another one? Sometimes they used to
I
have
think
two.
they used to have two. That the one I was waiting for years was the one in Nashville, but they cut that one out.
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't even know they did it in Nashville. I've only
Mhm.
been to the one in California.
Mhm.
All right, okay, all right. So you were at NAM and you sent me a snippet, but I had already seen the snippet because I was lurking on your page and you were doodling on the piano. So tell me a little bit about that, and then we're going to play that.
Well, I mean, of course, it was myself, Quentin, Lamech, and Daryl and Jay. So we kind of like went to different areas. So it's just me and Quentin. I think Lamech was in there too. And we went to the piano area because they had a upstairs level where all the pianos was at. And I just happened to stumble upon this acrylic grand piano, beautiful, and it had, you couldn't see it on the video, but it had lights on the inside as well.
What?
Absolutely.
You know what? I could see you walking up the stairs with all those pianos, and all of a sudden you hear angels. Oh,
Pretty much. I mean, it was just amazing. Like I said, my first time there, I felt like a kid in a candy store.
I know you did. Oh my goodness. So, what drew you to that one? That
It,
instrument.
it was just a unique instrument. Like I said, I played acrylic drums before, and I never knew what an acrylic piano would actually sound like.
Oh wow.
So it just kind of took my attention to it. I was like, Quentin's like, go over and play it, go over and play it. So there it was.
You're like, all right.
And I tell you what, it had a very amazing tone. I could not believe the sound that was coming out of it.
So, was it different from what you're used to hearing, or was it a big difference? Can you describe it? Can you describe the difference?
I mean, it still had a tone of a natural piano. It just had a bolder tone.
Bolder.
Because acrylic instruments is always, especially drums, it's loud. So it doesn't take that much effort to play loud if you want to play loud.
Okay.
But as far as like the feel of it, of that particular piano was amazing. I played quite a few pianos that was there, and that was probably my favorite one.
Oh wow.
Out of the whole thing.
Well, let's check it out. I want to hear it. All right, y'all check this out. Look at this piano.
clap, 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 clap. Now give me some funk, Gary. Give me some good romantic.
I know who that was in the background. Wow. I really like was that a particular song? It reminded
I like I was just doodling it, but that started is ragtime.
Ragtime.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you just make it look so easy.
After years of practicing, it kind of comes second nature. But now to do like Lawrence Welk and play extremely fast, I haven't got there yet. But one day I will.
That's okay. You on the way. You on the way. Oh my goodness. So Quentin put that boy got the juice. Michael Farmer Sr. gave you a really good standing ovation. Marilyn said, enjoyed that, Gary. Karan, my other moderator over at Twitch, she gave you a standing ovation. Lamech is giving you a standing ovation as well. Brother Isaac, that's great music. The piano is the thing in my family. Sounds great. Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing that with us, your experience at NAMM.
Absolutely.
Do you think you'll go back?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
You can't just go one time and not go the next. Mm-hmm. So
there's just not enough time to go through every time we go, we can't get through everything. It's just not enough time. And we're there for a couple of days.
Right. And I mean, we was there. Well, I can speak for myself. I've been there for like 3 days and still didn't go through everything that was there.
Wow. Did you meet some new people, or were you able to collaborate, or while you were there?
Well, I mean,
you had seen before, but you knew their face, knew their names.
Well, I mean, I met a couple of people, and then I saw a couple of people that I knew that was out there. That's probably about it. I mean, I did, network a little bit, but being my first time there at NAMM, it's just kind of like,
it was overwhelming, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's just so much. But that's the fun part. Like, excuse me, I feel like you get to see people that you may have never seen before, but they're like, I meet a lot of people that have been on the show. I met them at NAMM.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen them before except on a virtual show, but then I see them there and I go crazy. That's like the funnest part of it. You get to hang out. Me and Costella and like Karan, my other moderator, we actually go together. And usually every time we go, Costella and I, we go to dinner or we go to lunch or something. And it's just really nice. It's just a great experience. I'm so glad that you went. I can't wait to see you soon. I was like, Gary! Like, that's that food from FNL. I know exactly who it is. All right. So thanks for sharing that with us. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
All right. So tell us about some of the challenges that you may face producing your music independently. Do you have faced a lot of challenges with that?
You always going to face challenges all the time.
Yeah.
It's like when you doing it independently, you got your own money to spend, big in studio time unless you have a home studio. I mean, there is just a lot of things that can, hamper everything and like spend it, like the money spending and, trying to do, matter of fact, Quentin and I had this conversation yesterday, matter of fact, I believe that, is trying to, work on a shoestring budget to get a big project sound is very hard to do. So you kind of, have to navigate to see who you can work with the budget that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you find that one, then everything else is a piece of cake after that. That's to me is the hardest part. That and the graphics. Those are the two hardest things.
What are the good things about being able to produce your music independently?
I mean, the biggest thing I think is nobody's looking over your shoulder and you have the freedom to express yourself the way that you want to, not the way somebody else wants you to.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
And that plays a big role because most oftentimes you you'll hear somebody say, "Well, that's good, but I want you to sound like Jeff Lorber." You'll get that a lot in the industry, and it's like, I can't do that. I can only do what I can do. I can only be myself. That's all. That's all I have to offer. If you don't like it, then I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. I think that's a wonderful thing too. I mean, even though like you have the challenge with the finances and stuff, but like if you said, if you can get with somebody and it's a good fit, you can do amazing things. But I really like the part that you can make your own decisions. You can do it how you want to do it, you know. And so we
Absolutely.
get to see you when independent artists, I have a lot of indie artists that come through here. We get to see you authentically, not trying to be in the box that they trying to, you know what I'm saying? And so we get to see, we have the real Gerry here, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Your real talent, your real gift, without it being not manipulated, but I don't know what the word is. Somebody else, like you said, trying to add stuff to it. I really
that you're not. That to me, that's being fake. So I can't do that.
I hear you, Gerry. I hear you. Okay. How do you maintain a healthy work life and balance while you're pursuing your career?
I'll tell you what, it's very tough, and I'm still trying to find that balance point. Because it seems like I do so much. It's like I do this, do that. It's just like I really never have time to relax. So the balancing and everything is very difficult. But I mean, you just have to define it within yourself. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm still trying to find that sweet spot. So as soon as I find that sweet spot, I'm sticking with it.
I hear you. I have the same challenge, Gerry. I'm getting better. Like you feel like you're just stretched all over the place, and some kind of way you have to try to. For me, I think I'm organized, but I think I can be better I can do a little bit better organizing, and then I have to make sure that I put some time in there for me, and that's been my challenge. Like just for me, that's been my major challenge because, like you say, you got so much stuff going on. You got people pulling you over here, people pulling you over here. You got like me as far as relaxing or doing something that I want to do outside of my job or whatever. Yeah, so I get it. It's not an easy thing to do.
It's not. It really is not.
If you figure out the plan, let me know. By the way, Quentin said the word is packaged. So we learned. Thank you, Quentin. You all will have an exam at the end of the show. We just learned something. All right. Okay.
Yes, and you will be graded.
Yes. Be on the final. It's going to be on the final. Actually, we just did midterm finals. I just proctored a midterm final, 3-hour final for my students, actually yesterday. So I'm really worn out. All right. How do you feel the internet has impacted the music industry, and has it impacted you in any way?
Well, honestly, the internet is a great tool if it's used properly. Because at first, I've been kind of hesitant about going on, with that quarantine. It really kicked in everything and I'm pretty much kicked in for everybody. So I was like, I miss playing out. I was like, well, maybe if I played online, people would, I mean, it's still not the same, but it's better than not doing anything. So if I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have. I probably would still be out there doing what I'm doing, just working and struggling. And I think the internet, just brought people together, and that's how I met you, and met a few other people, and met Quentin. Like I said, the internet can be a powerful tool if it's used properly.
Yeah, I agree. And I agree about COVID. It's almost like we open Pandora's box and we can't close it anymore. Like
Yeah,
it just everything has changed.
it has.
Yeah.
But thankfully, I took that step and saying, what, I'm just going in and that, next thing I know, it started growing, and here we are.
Yeah. 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 That's wonderful. That is so wonderful. All right. Let's see. You know what? Let's talk about one more thing before we go on break. We're almost at the half point. Let's see.
Already?
I know, right? It's going too fast. So you are going to Seabreeze. You're going to Seabreeze in April.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going with Quentin and Lamech? Are you all going to be there, or
Yeah.
is it okay?
Yeah.
Tell us about this.
This is actually Lamech's show. So, and of course, me being their music director, I have to be there.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's going to be April the 26th, I think, is as the date.
That you all are going to be playing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Seabreeze is a very popular festival for those of you that may not know out there in Florida. It's going to be in Panama City Beach. I don't know if they still have tickets, but they do have a Facebook, and I'm sure they have a website. If you put in Seabreeze Jazz, you'll see the lineup. I did see Lamech down on there on the flyer, on one of the flyers. And it's going to be from April 24th through the 28th. So this is one of the jazz festivals that I hope to be able to experience. It's on my bucket list. I've been wanting to go to this one for a minute. Let me see.
Yeah, there you go. April 26th, 6:30 to 7:15.
Yeah. So we want to wish you all best wishes on that for sure. I know you all are going to be OMG. Is it going to be recorded? Do you know?
I think they do snippets, because I remember this past year I seen like a few people that was featured on their Facebook page. So
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it will be recorded.
Okay. Where is Panama City, Florida near?
I want to say it close to Mobile, Alabama, maybe like an hour and a half south, if I'm not mistaken.
I've been to Panama and I can't remember where we flew in at. I don't remember. On the Florida side. But you said from Alabama. Did you say Alabama?
Mm-hmm.
It's like hour and a half.
Give or take.
Yeah. I can't remember. We went to Panama. We actually went to Panama after I did my Cat Jam concert right after. It's close to Pensacola. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. I couldn't remember because it's been a couple of years. Yeah. All right. Everybody's giving the information. Hey, Paul, Cure Chief, welcome in. You got some visitors in here. We're definitely going to get some shout outs towards the end of the show. So you all stay put. I got something I want to give away. Gerry has a album called Mood Elevator, and he was so nice to give us a couple of samples off of it. So we have My Point Exactly, and we have My Cup of Tea. Let's do My Point Exactly. I'm going to do a trivia, and then we'll play My Point Exactly during that. Is that okay?
Sounds good.
So let me show them what they're going to get, and then you can tell us about Smooth Elevator. There it is. Look at Gerry. Cool, ain't he? Look at
That's my GQ look.
Tell us about this project. I love the title, Mood Elevator. Did I say Smooth Elevator? I meant Mood Elevator.
I mean, it could be smooth too, but
Oh, okay.
But Mood Elevator. The title came about is when during the making of the album, I was recording it, and it seemed like every song I was recording, the mood was different for each song. I was like, it only makes sense to name it mood elevator because it shifts the mood. Is if you're down, it's gonna pick you up, and it doesn't matter what track you on, it's gonna pick you up. It's just finding that one song that'll help lift you up.
So all we gotta do is just get the CD, and then whatever mood you're in, you just play the mood elevator, and then you be all right. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Gary, we're gonna take a break and go to a break and do the trivia. And during the after I put the question up, I'm going to play the song. Is that okay?
That's fine with me.
All right. So you rest your voice a little bit, and we will be right back.
All right.
All right. Okay. Here it is. All right. Today is the first day of March. March is my birthday month. So here is the question. Which of the following is the most considered flower for March? Is it the carnation, daffodil, rose, or tulip? Put your answer in the comments while we listen to My Point Exactly, Gerry Smoot. All right, that's a little bit of Gary's song. I'll tell you what, Gary, where can they find your music at?
You can get it on all streaming platforms, or you can actually purchase it at my website as well.
That was my point exactly. That was nice.
Thank you.
That's that's that. You know what? I could put that in my truck while I'm riding around. That's some good riding music right there. That's some nice music. I really like that. This one hit big. You were telling me this one is what they've been playing on at the radio stations a lot. Is this this is the one?
That's the one.
This is nice. This is really nice. It's really nice. Really nice. Yes. All right. You will also be going to another festival, and I wasn't too familiar with this, but I found a lot of information about it. The Fresh Coast Fest. That one is in Milwaukee. Tell us about this one.
Well, I don't know too much about this festival, but this is actually a Quentin and Lamech thing. So I'm just there to do what I do, is just be the music director. And
well, I see them. I see them on the underneath Kirk Whalen. I see Lamech and Quentin Gerard. I see their pictures right here. You see it? Can everybody see it? They're on there. They're on there. Oh my gosh. So this is going to be in August. Okay. August the 22nd through the 24th. All right. Y'all are busy.
Yeah, we're trying.
That's a good thing.
Absolutely.
That is a good thing. Let me see. Brother Isaac said, wow, that was beautiful. You are so right. Good writing music.
Thank you so much.
And then Latasha House, she said, nice.
Appreciate that.
All right. So you're already collaborating with Quentin and Lamech. Who else would you like to collaborate with? Is there like your dream collaboration or somebody you would like to collaborate with that you haven't already?
I have so many names. It's just kind of impossible to name them all.
Oh, good answer.
But I mean, I would just, I'll just throw out a few. I would say probably maybe James Lloyd, another keyboard player, or Nicholas Cole. Can't think of maybe Deepak, that too. He's also a guitar player. I mean, like I said, it's just so many names. It'll take me all day to figure out a lot. But I mean, I would just say I would just probably leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah, those are some good answers. The Stamp Keeper is hanging out with us. She said your music is some good skating music too. Yep.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
I can see that. Yep, for sure. I can see that for sure. All right. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, in 5 years, I would like to see myself being one of those super producers that, of course, producing always has been a dream of mine, and being, recording and has always been a dream of mine. So I would probably, at least, become a household name, and where, because, you have the same producers and everybody knows who they are. Well, it's time to find out who I am. And that's not coming off as arrogant, but, you got to have some fresh faces on the scene. You can't hog everything, So that's what I would like to see.
That's a good answer. That's a really good answer. And and if you all listen, I was really listening. You have specific goal. There's a specific goal that you got to have goals. You have to have something that you're striving for. And I think that's really good, because many people leave here without knowing who they are and not knowing their purpose. So I think that's a wonderful thing.
Well, I mean, you got to look at it in the biblical sense too. It said, with a lack of vision, people perish.
Come on, Gerry.
So you got to have a vision.
Yes, sir. Where's my tambourine? Yes, sir. Yes. You're right. You are so right. All right. If you had one message to give your fans, and you have a lot of people that love you, that love your music, what would that be?
I would always say thank you for rocking with me, because without your support, what I'll be doing, it would be meaningless at that point. So to anybody that's a fan, thank you so much. And I mean that with every fiber of my being.
All right. I believe they felt that. I felt it. All right. So we have another project, Lazy Day. Tell us about that one a little bit.
That was on the album before Mood Elevator. It was on the Shifting Gears album. And that just happened to be one of my favorite songs off the album. It's not that popular, but it just felt good. So I'm pretty sure once you hear it, y'all understand why it feels good.
Were you having a lazy day that day, or how'd you come with that name?
Actually, it is just, when I recorded it, it's just like after I got done recording it, I could just picture myself on the beach with a glass of lemonade or something and just do nothing.
Pineapple with the
Umbrella.
Okay. All right, I'm listening.
I don't judge.
All right, let's check it out. All right, here we go.
The next one is probably my favorite off the album. It's called Lazy Day. You'll see why.
Ooh, wait.
He was like, "Oh,
Who said that was one of
Oh,
my songs?
oh my goodness. I love that. I was over here having me a good old time.
thank you."
Oh my goodness. Let's see what Quentin Gerard put. I personally chose Gerry as my producer because his music and talent is authentic. His work ethic is relentless. He is definitely now the smooth jazz radar as one of the top producers in the business. The funky sax player. Oh, that is beautiful. It's so beautiful. Thank you,
And it's
Quentin.
all thanks to you. All
Wow.
thanks to you.
I could have did a double play on that, y'all. I'm sorry. That was nice. They ain't seem like no lazy days to me. Whoa. Let me see. Your music took me to a happy place. Be blessed, my brother. That's Ada Foster, Auntie Ada out there in Kansas.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Stamp Keeper said, well, all right. And Michael Farmer Sr., awesome. Pastor Neil, great sound. And Karan is just like, wow, with fire.
Appreciate
That was
you.
nice. That I hadn't when we did our sound checks, I didn't listen through the whole thing because we were doing whatever we were doing. We were doing our stuff yesterday. I
Right.
listened to look like a little snippet to make sure that it was okay. That's the first time I heard the whole thing. That song. Tell us where we can get your music again.
In that little purple box, let's see, right there. Yeah, you can get it on my website and any streaming platform. And
Wow.
yeah, it's I would, of course, you can stream it as well. Also, if you're into streaming, but that's where you can get it. Just any platform that's out there.
My mother said something earlier. I thought that was so cute. She said about your music. She said, it's good chair sitting music, tapping music for the senior citizens.
Hey,
everybody can enjoy your music. The young, the older, it doesn't matter.
That's
it
the
doesn't
goal.
matter.
That's the goal. It
right.
doesn't matter the age. Enjoy it.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's go and see who won the trivia. We're down to our last 10 minutes, Gerry. This is going too fast. We need to do a 2-hour show when you come back. I mean, this is just not enough time. All right. So here is the question. Which of the following is the most considered? I think I got a typo in there somewhere. The most considered flower for March: the carnation, daffodil, rose, or tulip? The correct answer is the daffodil. Do we have some winners, Cheryl?
We sure do. Our winners are Miss Charlene, the Stamp Keeper Blair, and Shirley NBC, both on Facebook.
Congratulations on those two. We're giving away 2 CDs. The CD is The Mood Elevator with Gerry Smoot. These are going to be autographed and sent to you guys.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
Speaking of March, you say your birthday is in March?
Yes.
Well, I have a sister and my son and my mother is in March as well.
Oh, I bet you they just are beautiful people, have just wonderful personalities. I know they are just,
Absolutely.
Am I right?
You are correct. Indeed. Indeed.
All right. Okay. So, Gerry, I want to give you, we're in the final few minutes. I want to give you an opportunity to give a few shout outs if you wanted to. And I think we'll do a few shout outs on the feed after you get finished, and then we'll close it out.
All right. Let me say I appreciate everybody that's following me. And if you're not following me, hopefully this show will make you follow me. So I think you, Dr. Cat, and Cheryl and the whole crew. I appreciate all of y'all, and appreciate Quentin and Lamech for giving me the opportunity to do music with them and for them. Shout out to let's see. Well, of course, my family. Of course, got to give them a shout out.
Yes.
Because without them, I wouldn't be here. To give a shout out to all the radio stations, friends. It's just too many to name. But I appreciate everybody. You know who you are. If I didn't say your name or mention it, charge it to my head, not to my heart. Especially appreciate Michael Farmer and Wendy Compton, and they've been there with me since day one. So,
wow.
Let me see who else, because I don't like forgetting people.
Yeah,
because sometimes my mind is bad. I'm gonna be honest.
Michael's on here.
Yeah,
Michael's on here, so we get ready to shout him out. We're gonna give him a nice shout out too for the FNL. In the background, Gary, I have your song "My Cup of Tea" playing. Is that okay?
That is fine.
Give our shout outs.
That is.
So that's what you all are hearing.
You know that got played a lot too before My Point Exactly. My Cup of Tea seems to be the top song on that album, Mood Elevator.
Wow. Isaac says, we appreciate you and your music, Gary.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right. And Wendy's sending hearts and prayers, and Michael is sending, he said, inspiration. All right, Cheryl, come on, let's do some shout outs so Gary can see who is on here. Let's do some shout outs. Hold on, she like her thing. All right, there you go.
First and foremost, awesome show. Welcome back, Gary. It's always great to have you. Let's see who we have here. We have, first and foremost, we have a Michael Farmer Sr. here tuning in with us. Welcome. We hope you enjoyed the show. We have Miss Wendy Compton as well tuning in with us on Facebook. Welcome. We have one of our trivia winners, Charlene, the Stamp Keeper Blair. Congratulations and good to see you. Also want to say, hey, Karan, my moderator sister over there hanging out with me on YouTube and Twitch. Good to see you. We have Isaac Wright hanging out with us. Happy Friday. We have Tina and Bonnie Wilson as well hanging out with us. Good to see you guys. My auntie Ada Foster. Woo-hoo. Hey, auntie. We have Miss Shirley NBC, my Gigi here. Congratulations and good to see you. We have Mr. Pastor. We have Pastor Neil hanging out with us on Facebook. We have Mr. Quentin Gerard hanging out with us as well as Lamech Israel. And good luck on those performances at those music festivals this year. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. We have Miss Marilyn Ford tuning in with us on YouTube. Good to see you as always. As well as welcome to Latasha House on YouTube. Welcome. We hope you enjoyed the show and we hope to have you back. We have also Unsigned Artists Revealed Worldwide hanging out with us on Facebook. Welcome. Good to see you. We have Mr. Paul Kirchhoff as well hanging out with us. Welcome. We hope you enjoyed the show and hope you come back.
You know, Paul is actually another one that he's been with me, rocking with me since day one.
From the very beginning?
Yes.
Awesome.
That's beautiful. And we have some people lurking in the lounge. That's okay. We just appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with Gary on today. Gary, did you get everybody that you wanted to get?
I just want to make sure that I got Mrs. Gerald. Hey, Mrs. Gerald, because I ain't trying to get slain in the spirit or nothing like that. We also have Miss Lady Jackson hanging out with us. Happy Friday. And I think that's it.
I want to send a shout out to Michael at the Knucklehead Club. We gave him a shout out at the beginning of the show. He is the guy that helped do my new intro with all of me coming out with the graduation robe and all that. That was Michael with the Knucklehead Club. He's hanging out with
Our
us.
new intro is just.
Did you like that, Hunter? He was like,
really
"Whoa!"
Yeah, I was like,
It's a lot different. It's
I was like,
definitely
that's different. Yeah.
Well, Gary, I know there are plenty of things you could be doing on a Friday night, and I don't take it for granted whenever you have time to come hang out with us. We really appreciate you on here at FNL. Best wishes on your new projects. Best wishes, like Cheryl said, on the fest. I know it's going to be amazing. And when time permits, you have got to come back and tell us all about these festivals and all of this fun stuff that you're doing. We love you, Gary. Thank you so much.
Love y'all too. Oh yes, and while we're on, some of y'all have seen the charts of Tell Me Something. Right now, Billboard number 30 is where we're at.
Ooh.
Oh, it's gonna keep climbing.
So that's what we're looking for. We looking for that number one. We're gonna get that number one.
It's coming.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. It's coming. It's coming.
We're going to do the celebratory dance.
All right. I was trying to see who we have on next week. I think I have another pianist, but he's more classical. Louis Coliana is coming back. He will be here next week. All right. So you all have a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out with FNL. All right, Gary, you have anything else you want to say?
I would just like to say this hour was just too short.
That's what I'm saying, Gary. Next time we're doing 2 hours.
Because I mean, it just seemed like I would just been just sitting here for like 15 minutes, and it just, wow, hour's gone. It just like poof.
No, right? That's when you know it's fun.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. Thanks again, Gary. And we'll see you again soon. I'll be talking to you.
All right.
All right. Love y'all. Have a good weekend.